everyone, welcome back. Well, while I'm out here, I thought I'd do a little book review for you. I haven't done one for a while. Got plenty saved up, but I've literally just finished this one today. It's a fairly thin volume, written by and illustrated, in fact, by H Kreps, Elmer Kreps, who was born in Pennsylvania around about 1880. He also authored The Science of Trapping. Anybody that's interested might be aware of him through that particular work. I picked this one up for about £3, but it's priced very reasonably on the back there. I don't know where you can see that, but $6.95 US. $6.95 US, and that's the front cover. Woodcraft, A Guide to Camping and Survival, H Kreps. It's a good little book. It's a good little read. If you've never been out in the woods before, you don't go playing in the woods, you want to start off, I would certainly advise having a read of something like Ray Mears' Bushcraft, or the book by Mors Kahansky, Bushcraft. This one I don't think is going to give you that kind of A to Z, methodical, put everything in place in your mind kind of read. I'd say it's far more of a filler for those that might have a familiarity with going outdoors and playing in the woods. But it's a great book. I've thoroughly enjoyed reading it. There are some concepts in here that are not going to be particularly useful for me at this point in time. I don't own my own patch of woods, so I can't build a log cabin, but it was interesting to read about it. The likelihood of me needing to make snowshoes is fairly slim, but it was interesting to read about it. There are some good things in here, and it's good to get a perspective from 130 odd years ago and the way that they did things. It's kind of along the lines of George Washington Sears' Nessmuk and his attitude. He was very much more a leisurely kind of camper back then, if you like, whereas Elmer Kreps was, I believe, an active trapper and hunter. So there's a slightly different perspective. A lot of the stuff I really enjoyed reading about in here, like a reliance on matches, for example, for firelighting. Very much a commonsensical attitude to being outdoors. It kind of says in the book that the bow drill is a great method to learn for firelighting, but in terms of its pragmatic and practical use, when you're actually out there and you have time as a resource that is in limited supply, this guy relies on matches. I think matches are a really underutilized firelighting resource. I know everybody likes a fire steel, I know everybody's into the bow drill, flint and steel, all those sorts of things, but from a guy that's lived out there and lived in the northern forests for a long time and survived out there, the commonsensical approach really comes through. That's just one example around firelighting. A really good point about this book as well, particularly, is around food, rations. And there's a good chapter that goes into the different categories of foodstuffs and what they must each achieve for him personally to be considered for a trip of any length and distance. I won't go into them, I'll let you pick the book up. It won't break the bank at about £3, but for anybody that's really serious about spending any length of time out there and doing so in an efficient manner, it's a really good book to read. It covers things like clothing, as you would imagine. Bear in mind that the concepts that this Elmer Kreps goes into are based, on 150-year-old ideas. So modern technology may enable you to bring something else to the table and update and uprate those concepts. But all in all, if you've got an interest in the pioneering times, the 1880s, the 19th century trapping, the long hunter theories, all that kind of business, which I know a lot of you do, then this will be a worthwhile little read for you. I'll leave it at that. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.